This is the story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a kind and beautiful girl named Cinderella. Her mother had passed away, and her father had remarried a woman with 2 daughters. Unfortunately, Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters were very cruel to her. Cinderella's days were filled with endless chores and harsh words from her stepfamily. Every day, she hoped for a better life.
Cinderella, have you finished your chores?
Cinderella's heart was kind and gentle. Despite the cruelty she faced, she never lost hope.
Almost, stepmother.
Hurry up, Cinderella. We need our dresses pressed for the royal ball tonight.
The royal ball was the talk of the kingdom. All eligible maidens were invited. But Cinderella's stepmother had no intention of letting her go.
Cinderella, the floor is dirty. Clean it again.
Yes, I'll do it again.
Meanwhile, at the royal palace, the king had declared that his son, the prince, would choose a bride at the ball. The kingdom buzzed with excitement.
Our prince will be holding a ball at the castle. All the eligible maidens are invited to a royal ball tonight. The prince will choose his bride.
Cinderella's heart filled with hope at the thought of attending the ball. She asked her stepmother for permission.
May I go to the ball?
You go to the ball? You have nothing to wear.
The stepsisters laughed at Cinderella, mocking her dreams.
Yes, Cinderella, you're far too dirty.
And clumsy.
You must stay home and finish your chores.
Cinderella's heart was heavy with sadness, but she helped her stepsisters prepare for the ball nonetheless. After her stepfamily had left for the ball, Cinderella retreated to the garden, tears streaming down her face. Her sobs were so heartfelt that they summoned a magical presence.
Why are you crying, dear?
Cinderella was startled by the appearance of a kind and gentle fairy godmother.
I wish to go to the ball, but I have nothing to wear and no way to get there.
Leave that to me, my dear.
With a wave of her wand, the fairy godmother transformed Cinderella's rags into a stunning gown and created a magnificent carriage from a pumpkin. Mice became horses, and Cinderella's dreams seemed within reach.
Remember, my magic will only last until midnight. You must return home by then.
I will. Fairy godmother, thank you.
At the ball, the guests were captivated by the arrival of a mysterious and beautiful maiden.
That girl is so beautiful. Who is she?
The prince, especially, was drawn to her grace and charm. The prince could not take his eyes off Cinderella and asked her to dance.
May I have this dance?
Yes, Your Highness.
They danced together all evening, and Cinderella felt as though she were living a dream. As the clock began to strike midnight, Cinderella suddenly remembered the fairy godmother's warning. Panic set in, and she fled from the palace. When she was running down the stairs of the palace, she dropped one of her shoes. But she did not even have time to go back and collect it. The prince was left holding the delicate shoe, determined to find the girl who had captured his heart. The next day, the prince and his herald went from house to house, searching for the maiden whose foot would fit the glass slipper. Herald and prince came to Cinderella's house. Stepmother Anastasia and Drizella are so glad. The stepsisters eagerly tried on the slipper, but their feet were too large. The prince then noticed Cinderella and asked her to try it on.
May she try it on?
With trembling hands, Cinderella tried on the slipper. It fit perfectly. She then produced the matching slipper from her pocket, and everyone gasped in astonishment.
This cannot be!
There must be some mistake! How could it fit her?
But there was no mistake. The prince knew he had found the girl from the ball.
It is you. I have found you at last.
Yes, Your Highness. It was I at the ball.
Cinderella was brought to the palace, where she was reunited with the prince. The king and queen welcomed her warmly, delighted that their son had found his true love. The stepsisters and stepmother could only watch in stunned silence as the prince took Cinderella's hand.
Welcome, my dear. We are so pleased to have you join our family.
You have brought happiness to our son and to us all.
The royal wedding was a grand celebration, with the entire kingdom rejoicing. Cinderella's kindness and grace had won the hearts of all. Cinderella and the prince stand together, waving at the people. Stepmother, Anastasia, and Drizella stand off to the side, looking regretful.
We should have treated her better.
Too late for regrets now. She deserves this happiness.
Cinderella's stepfamily realized their folly, but it was too late. Cinderella and the prince were married, and they lived happily ever after, proving that dreams really can come true. And so, the humble and kind Cinderella found her happily ever after, proving that dreams really can come true. Thanks for watching, friends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our fun adventures. See you next time.